Pick a card, your secret admirer. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you at your reading. Hi friends, my name is Griselle with Psychicmd and I'm here to do another pick a card reading. Today we're going to be visiting your secret admirer. Now many of you guys can have more than simply one. To let you know, this is the intention and selection portion of the reading. You can look at the timestamps below so that you can make your choice if you want to skip this part. Part of the intention I have here is about, let me read it. Supportive love, lasting love, wisdom in love, and success in love, since it is the month of love, right? But outside of that, these are timeless, and whenever it is that you happen to stumble upon them is when it was meant for you to find. So here we go. Let's just play with fire for a little bit because it's pretty. Okay. So we're going to light this baby just because we can have additional candles. Why not? All right, guys. As per usual, I'm going to light a little bit of sagey to get us started. And then I will go ahead and pick cards so you can select from as I get my hands all full of soot, because that's how I do here apparently. All right, the intention. Cleanse our energy. Anything before this reading, all energy be cleansed. For the purpose of this reading, may we get clear and concise messages. May they be fun as well. What the heck? About your secret admirer. Excuse the soot. Here we go. I'd like 3 cards for your secret admirer. So we're going to go with these 2 and this one. Pile number 1, religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious factors, upbringing, and spiritual path. Okay, I'm going to chill with the bunny right here. Pile number 2, worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. And pile 3, passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. So don't be scared. Go ahead and make your selection, and I will see you at your pile. Pause if you need more time. Hi, pile 1. My name is Griselle with Psychicmd. If you skip to the portion of the intention selection and you jumped right on in, welcome, welcome. For those of you that are new to my channel, thank you so much for stopping in. And for those of you that are repeat offenders, thank you so much as well. I appreciate your time and energy. We're getting a little bit of sagey sage going on here. And pile 1, you chose the intention selection. I didn't realize this was still burning. Okay, you chose the religious factors on hand. So fear not. Let's take a peek at this right here. So the first thing that I'm getting is that people, huh? So the person that's admiring you may be of a different religious background than you, and that might make them a little bit intimidated, a little bit introspective, for one thing. It might be something that is very foreign to them to even contemplate someone like you romantically, and please don't take this as a backhanded compliment. We get used to, you know, certain things, and it's no different, I guess, in love. So religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. So perhaps, I feel like because she has this crown that's drifting above her head, I feel like you are more spiritual than religious. And I feel like that could be something very broad and very different than what this admirer is used to. So let's find out a little bit more. Who is the secret admirer, please, for pile 1? Because I'm getting more than one. Uranus. Ruler of enlightenment, opportunity Jump in, free spirit, just do it, embrace the unknown, original, individual, technology, innovation, rebel without a cause. Okay, that represents also, it's led by the Fool. Okay, so this is somebody who definitely wants to take a chance. They could be in technology. I feel like you could know this person already, but it is somebody who, you know, if you're in technology, you're definitely a brainiac. You are no fool, even though this represents a Fool card. The Fool really means just taking a risk, taking a leap, taking a chance. And that would make sense to me, because if you are from like different religious backgrounds, even though maybe perhaps you're not religious, or the other person isn't necessarily quote religious or whatever, it could really make you have second thoughts, especially in parts of the world where there are arranged marriages, or I think about like those honor, I can't really say the word. Hope you know what I'm talking about, but people that take matters into their own hands and commit these honor atrocities in the name of religion and whatnot. That's something. So anyways, they could be like Middle Eastern or just different. They could be a foreigner in your country, or you could be a foreigner in their country. So I have Jupiter, expansive, optimistic, growth, benefic, love, luck-making, stable changes, destiny, turning point, tolerant, grateful, goodwill, and fortune with the Jupiter right here. That is really cool. So we're getting all planets right here being ruled by this. And this person can be expansive and optimistic. They could be stable. I like the grateful and the goodwill and the fortune. The fortune to me really feels more like the wheel of fortune. It's just like a fortunate happenstance that there is an interest there. And maybe it's mutual. We don't know yet. So tell me a little bit more about this person, please. This admirer, secret admirer for pile 1. As twin flames, we're here to ascend and help others to do the same. Now, I'm not reading this at all like twin flame energy. I've always had kind of an on again, off again thought about that. And I just really feel like there's no point in holding yourself into kind of a, I don't know, like holding yourself over a barrel simply because you think that somebody's a twin flame. I feel like you really have to live your life. It is prudent to live your life and not put your life on hold for anyone. So even though the card says twin flame, I feel like this is just basically stating that we are here to help others ascend as well. As we ascend and others really around us ascend because of our ascension. I hope that makes sense. So I think that this would be a union if this was something that would work for you as well, obviously. That would benefit the both of you, that people would feel I heard inspired action. So perhaps this is something that people are surprised that this person would even make an attempt, because I do see action and this is kind of falling. What's going on here? Waterfall. Pile 1, overflowing abundance, tears of sorrow or joy, release, fulfillment, chasing after something, an emotional release. Okay. I feel like other people could be really surprised that maybe they would make a move, or they would be that interested in you. Like you would be considered maybe the odd couple. Tell me a little bit more about this person, please, this admirer. Head of the pack. Successful completion, drive, get it done, lead, finishing first, dominate, motivated, the alpha male, persistent, and a will to win. This could be someone who is extremely loyal, because I have all the dogs right here, but they're also in the middle of snow, right? And I think that this person would do a lot of heavy lifting simply to get the job done, to get whatever is needed done. They're used to going against the grain, to going, I mean, anybody who takes up sledding or has, you know, the sleigh dogs and things like that, that is not an easy task. Yeah. And I feel like they're going to do that for whatever it is that they desire. If they have a wish, a desire, then they're going to go after it wholeheartedly. I have the 6 of hearts right here with the number 16. Sorry, I'm smelling that still burn here. Wishes come true, peace, miracle, dream, falling in love, hope inspired, providence, blessing in nighttime. So I feel like this person would weather through any hard times in order to get their dream and their wish fulfillment. And I feel like because we're talking about love right here, we're talking about an admiring energy, that they would do anything in order to attain the love or the attention of the person that they are focused on. And that, my friend, would be pile number 1. That would be you. Princess of Earth, the timing. Okay, Virgo is a mutable sign of Earth. Let's make sure this is like focused, because I hate when people do that and it's not focused. A year or more from now, during the summer, August 22nd through September the 21st. Ruling planet, Mercury. Interesting, because that's communication, eh? Analytical, hardworking, intelligent, conscientious, helpful, critical, picky, exacting, and responsible. The Hermit. So this could be literally like a Virgo, or they could have Virgo characteristics, but I feel like also this really alludes to you. I feel like you have a lot of Virgo characteristics, and perhaps this is something that it is a mutual energy of yours. Okay, so that is a possibility. Let us see. I want to go back to my trusty dusty cards. I love this deck, you guys. No one will ever change my mind. Show me what I need to see about this admirer, this secret admirer. What do they like about my pile number 1? Hello, as this jumps out. One moment, please. Coco. Coco the Lovers popped out. Well, jumped out. What do they like about you? Well, I feel like they like your physique. I like the way, well, I like... So they handle the heart gently, even though they're taking it. Pardon me. This person is like a pinup. You could be somebody who loves like pinup or old school. Dressed like a pinup. You could like to wear like white beaters or what briefs, tidy white briefs. I don't know. Right? But there could be something very retro, very old school about this. That's interesting. Don't jump like that, please. This person could be like really excited. Really excited. And I feel like, look, this person is ready to reveal. So this came up reversed. When it comes in the upright to me, this is an energy that they've been daydreaming, they've been thinking, they are kind of lurking around the corner. They're just simply admiring and looking. They're not doing anything about it. But combined with the Fool and the Moon reverse, this tells me that this person is ready for action. They're ready to make a move, which is quite interesting. But okay, not quite what I was expecting. I feel like this person is going to take you by surprise, because I'm trying to get more like, what do they like about you? And I'm getting like, they just want to communicate their own thing. Come here, Coco. Come here. You got more to say or no? No? So 7 of Hazards is 7 of Pentacles. And this tells me that this person really is thinking about, you know, I want to say cause and effect. And I hate to put things like that, but they think about like, is this going to be fruitful? Is it beneficial? Will this person in turn give back to me if I give to them, if I open up my heart to them, that kind of a thing. And with the Knight of Hazards right here, a knight has a lot of energy, but they're still learning. They're still learning how to become the king. And a knight is, you know, this guy has run into the stoplight. So this could be some stopping and going if you have known this person from the past, because I feel like some of you guys have. Then this tells me that there could have been stop and go in your relationship. But I was trying to get more what they admire about you. Okay, come on now. What do they admire? What is this person? Secret admirer. What do they admire about pal number 1? They admire how you seem to be faded. Like, every time they turn around, you have a glow up. You're doing better and better. You're looking finer and finer. I feel like even with this like bullseye back here, it's mesmerizing. You know, the old school little symbols, how the cartoons would get their eyes kind of like in a circle. like this, each eyeball would have that symbol in the back and they would be hypnotized. And I feel like every time they look towards you, it's hypnotizing. It's almost like you're on a stage and they are riveted. They can't get enough of you. Maybe they like your legs. Maybe they like your boobs. Maybe you have beautiful hands or something about your hands is really different. And maybe you have a great smile, but definitely legs is being featured here. They could like your calves. They could like the way that you talk. You speak so pretty. The way that your dialogue interacts with people, I feel like it consumes them. I feel like they think a lot about the manner in which you speak, the manner in which you reciprocate energy, especially emotional energy. And that to them is very attractive. Ace of Pentacles tells me that, yeah, you could like to wear bracelets or different kinds of jewelry. You could have beautiful hands or study palmistry. So I don't know what the equivalent of like the orthopedic surgeon, like for the foot doctor to the hand, but you could be somebody that deals with hands in some way, shape, or form. Whether like a manicurist or something like that, but they could like that about you, or you could be focused some way and somehow on the hand. You could be an artist. Perhaps you'd like to draw or paint hands. That's very difficult, by the way. What else is this person? What is this secret admirer? What do they like about you? Okay, the Hermit. Oh my goodness. This has to be a Virgo involved here some way, somehow. Whether it's sun, moon, rising, there is like Virgo in their chart perhaps. But this is about, they like how you withdraw, how you do your own thing, how you scream luxury, even though you're like on a couch. I don't even think she has that many pillows. It's not like she really is living a life of luxury apparently here, but you make everything look luxurious, and your manner, your demeanor, the way that you perhaps dress for yourself, it looks like maybe this might be like some kind of a, I don't know, robe or something like that. But I feel like you're all about style. You're all about grace. I feel like when you walk, you can glide. Oh, my voice is like, Murr. Also, some time could have gone by since they've like really seen you, and they could be excited to be seeing you. And I feel like they want to get their hands on you. That's what I keep getting is their hand. They'd like to get their hands on you. And part of it is like their looky-loo. This person can be actively like spying on your social media or asking mutual friends and family about you. Or I call it a soft pitch, right? Just like, ooh, have you seen so-and-so lately? But trying not to make it obvious but not obvious, right? While you are just having the time of your life, minding your own business, pulling your own energy. I heard energy retracted. So perhaps something happened and you pulled your energy away, but whatever it is, they really want to pull back the hands of time, right? Because they have hands right here. Let's see what time that is. It is like, it looks like maybe 1:25 or something like that. That can mean something to you guys. I don't know. But regardless, I feel like half the time is right here. And it's almost like if you get that more in the picture, I feel like the time is now. So they're almost ready to make a move towards you. Whether, let's just see what kind of move. I mean, we're here. Why not? I feel like I went on the wayward. But what kind of move are they really like wanting to do? Don't give up on me, baby. Timing and intention. What? Please don't give up on me. I'm trying to make changes, but it takes time. We've got the quintessential hourglass right here, also depicted right here. There's an element of time right here. So they don't want you to give up. What else? What else? What else is going on? Yep, no big surprise there with number 8, telepathic. You show up in my dreams. It helps me process buried memories. So they could really literally be dreaming about you, having fantasies about you, and so on and so forth. And the last card for you, your secret admirer, romantic messages. I've never felt love like this before. The depth of it can be inspiring, but also quite overwhelming. Yeah, and so we have the rainbow over their heads right here. So there's there's 2 8s and a 5. So I feel like they have repeated cycles of thinking about you. They can't get you out of their mind. But with the 5, this tells me that this is reinforcing everything else. Don't give up on me. There has to be some changes that are being made right now. It takes time. I'm trying to make changes. The number 5 is all about changes, reinforcing that. And so perhaps, ooh, and this card slid into the picture. So what? Oh, get out of here with that. Look at my card. A number 11, mirrors. Being mirrors for each other makes self-love so important. I wish I was there to love you. But if I'm not, I want you to love and nurture yourself. And that's the biggest point for me, is like this whole thing with love, and the love readings are great. But if we don't have that self-love and in a lot of ways just not waiting for anybody to validate us, then I feel like we're not going to be really happy in whatever connection, because it winds up making us like dependent or codependent, or something seems off kilter and off balance. So always be happy with yourself. Number 1, easier said than done, but I know you can do it for a fact. I know you can do it because I see you doing it right here. Going within, doing your shadow work, doing your homework is going to really strengthen that relationship, not only with yourself, but it'll provide a foundation so that when you do embark on a love connection, or any other connection for that matter, even if you are already involved in one, it will make you so much stronger, so much clearer, so much more at peace, knowing what is acceptable and what is not, knowing that you can actually fuel and refuel yourself and rebalance yourself is almost like everything. I want to say it is everything, but that will really help not put an additional strain on any partnerships, whether they're professional or romantic. So that's what I have for you. Pile number 1. If you like this kind of reading, if you resonate, please do give me a like, share, comment, subscribe. Much love to you. Until next time, namaste. Hi friends, my name is Crystal with Psychicmd, and I'm here to do another reading for you. Pile number 2. If you skip the intro, then welcome, welcome if you are new to my channel, and welcome, welcome if you're a repeat offender. I hope everybody finds something that is useful or helpful, or at the very least, somewhat amusing. Pile number 2, you chose worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. Interesting, because we got a big timing thing in pile number 1. So if you were drawn to that, or you were like deciding between which one, then I recommend maybe perhaps watching both, only if you feel led. We're getting a little bit of sagey sage and a lot of ashy ash out here too. Why not? Pile 1, your secret admirer. So first of all, I feel like you could have been single for a long time, or you could have been lacking love for a long time. Now, simply because the title is Your Secret Admirer doesn't necessarily mean that you are not in a connection. In my heart of hearts, just on a personal level, I feel like maybe hopefully, you know, people won't be watching things if they're in a connection like that. But also, this can even indicate a partner that you currently have. So let's see where this goes. Okay, we're getting jumpers already. Divine timing is at work in your love life. So I do feel like for the majority of you guys, maybe 90% of you, are currently waiting and have been high and dry, as I would say, for quite some time. Your first card out, Leo. The timing within 7 to 14 days during the summer, July 22nd through August 21st. The ruling planet, that'd be the sun. Monogamous, hospitable, languid, creative, caring, authoritative, determined, warm, active, and generous, and the strength. Leo is a fixed sign of fire. So we got the Queen of Fire right here. So somebody is feeling very fiery about you. Who is a secret admirer for pile number 2? Perhaps you're a Leo, but they're definitely feeling that fire. They want to feel the warmth, even with the summertime being indicated right here. Princess of Water. Pisces, mutable sign of water. The timing within 6 to 9 months during the winter, February 22nd through March 21st. I already feel like you have a couple of different admirers here going on. Pile number 2, but hey, que sera. What will be, will be. Sorry. Okay, ruling planet, that'd be Neptune. Intuitive, dreamy, artistic, compassionate, sympathetic, perceptive, impressionable, tender, humane, and sensitive with the moon. Ooh. Okay. So, your secret admirer. Are you picky, pile number 2? Because I'm feeling like you be kind of picky. I feel that statement, so that is not a judgment. Pile number 2. Okay. What else do we have here? Lily. Lily. That could be a name. Or a name that's important to somebody within well, who's viewing you, who's attracted to you, who's admiring you. Establish ambition, experience, sexuality, achievement, longevity, mature career, virtue, development, and retired. So I also feel like they are looking at you for these reasons. I feel like you could be very much like a lily. That's hard to say, by the way. Say that like 5 times really fast. It's difficult for the lingua to move that way. Okay? But I feel like you are very driven. You're very experienced. Maybe they could see you as being very sexual. And because honestly, these angels here have white wings. They're all in white right here. I feel like you've been very, very patient. And typically those of us that wind up developing patience via the school of hard knocks, such as myself, might be older. Okay, I'm older. Big shock there. So listen, you could be older, but not necessarily. You could just be somebody who got their scruples on well, long before the rest of us did. And maybe perhaps you're kind of like, you know what, I'm going to wait. Love is great and it's grand and I'm excited for it. But I have scruples and I'm balanced and I'm pursuing my career and I have virtue. And I've retired, the idea that I have to be like everybody else. And maybe you've gone through a process or a glow up or a spiritual commitment to yourself and to spirit or whatever, that you're going to really wait until the right one comes around for you. The element of water, artistic, emotional, mystic, fantasy, dreams, enchanting, sensitive, fluidity, compassionate, deep diving, healing, intuitive, romantic. 50-50. Things are fluid. So I feel like this belongs here. A person who's admiring you could be like a water sign. They could be really artistic and emotional. But I also feel like these are attributes that they share with you so far. I feel like this is a little bit of a mirroring effect. I feel like you could be very fluid and enchanting and sensitive and compassionate. And I feel like this person very well so far. 2, 3 people on the board for you that are secret admirers. What's popping, huh? What's going on here? Okay. Fall, full moon, culmination of effort, completion, abundance, fulfillment, release, fruits of your labor. Focus on your needs, harvest, moving on. Yes, the time has come. So maybe something about the fall, one person will make a move and let you know that they've been admiring you, because I do feel like you've been watched. Like, I feel like you, again, are very, very graceful. You could share some characteristics from the person in pile number 1. This is about you, the writer. The messenger, movement, message, travel, news, visitor, delivery, goals, green light, progress, and full speed ahead. With the 9 of Hearts. So I feel like they want to come towards you and they are wondering, are you going to give me the green light? Will you give me the red light? What's going on here? That kind of a thing. And so this was at the bottom of the deck, but this is another person interested in you. So you have like at least 4 admirers here. Who is you? Pile number 2. So look here. The element of fire. Enthusiastic, creative, forceful, ego-centered, passionate, spontaneous, impulsive, hot-tempered, sexy, larger than life, inspirational, excitement. Expect the unexpected. This is one of my favorite cards in this whole deck, okay? But I feel like, this is actually very much Leo vibes right there, and Pisces. So I feel like you attract people who are very fiery in nature. They could have, those elements of fire, and you can attract a lot of the watery nature as well so far, which is quite interesting. I'd like to know. Let's get a little bit more detail. What do these people think? My camera just shut itself off. That doesn't really happen very often. So, okay. So they're admiring you. And it's interesting because I feel like there is a telepathic connection here with my camera shutting off. It's almost like, I don't want to reveal. I don't want this to like be out in the open and it's a secret, that kind of a thing. That's why they're only trying to communicate telepathically. But pile number 2, I close my eyes and imagine you're here with me. It feels so real. I'm beginning to understand that this is what it means to be in the 5D with you. And this could be somebody who had struggled with their spirituality. You could have had a spiritual connection, and then you could have gone your separate ways. So this person in the past, I feel like they're starting to really understand about the 5D, and yet they're not willing to really like profess it, you know, to you, let alone like let anyone else in public know, simply because whenever I'm reading and anything else happens around me, I definitely feel like those things are definitely clues. So karmic ties. Oh, I know. Okay. I know I need to release attachments with karmic people. I'm creating a plan to leave him or her. So this is a person, I feel like, from the past who really would like to be with you. Interesting. Oh, they're fiery. Oh, hello. Oh, hello. So that just jumped out. I didn't even have a chance to pull anything. It just jumped. With the number 10, messages about trust. I'm awakening. I know more than I'm letting on. Well, I mean, if only they're trying to telepathically communicate with you, then obviously, you know, it's going to be really difficult to get things moving. But let's keep it moving here. What do they like about you is the question. Stop interrupting and hijacking my reading, please. What do they like about you? Pile number 2. Why are they admiring you? What's up? Okay, so people tend to daydream about you. Focus. I daydream about you. Sometimes it's sexual. Other times I visualize a future together. Yeah, I do have that pull that even though there's a lot of purity here and high-mindedness, I feel like people would like to kind of like mess up your hair, for lack of a better way of saying things. Karmic ties to number 5. We get a lot of 5s here. I'm not fond of that number, by the way, but here we are. Karmic ties, I can't fully be there for you as long as this other person is in my life. I know it's hard for you, but I have to go through this experience in order to heal it. And perhaps this is saying that they admire you because they have seen how you have leveled up from your karmic ties. Because I feel like for most of you guys, you've taken I heard a vow of silence. I don't know if that's necessarily true, but I feel like you've disengaged from a karmic, okay? Something that was all consuming. Number 6, we project our patterns onto each other, and this makes it difficult to see what is real and what is fear-based thinking. Yeah. So you guys can be doing a lot of mirroring, a lot of undergoing similar situations. If they know for a fact that you've been able to kind of move through battles like this with karmic ties and relationships that you've had that have meant to be around you only to teach you lessons, they've also seen you grow through it. Now, how they would see this is perhaps via social media. If you, like myself, are an oversharer, I do that on this channel strictly. And then I share other stuff on other platforms. But anyways, could be something like that, or it could be via friends and family. King of Hazards, yeah. I feel like, so a lot of... I feel like a lot of these people feel like they have to treat you with caution because you're presenting as a King of Hazards. That's a King of Pentacles. Like you have everything that you need. You don't need anything from anyone else. And I feel like right here, this would represent them, that they're just a spectator in your world. And maybe perhaps you could have a little bit of a temper. I know I have a temper that I'm always working on. And it's not fun and it's embarrassing, but it is what it is. And it is the bane of my existence. So maybe perhaps they just get glimpses of you and they know that they have to handle you with caution, dynamite. And maybe they think a little bit of like, you're a little bit like TNT, right? So what are they admiring? Oh, I feel like, look, they admire that even through your heartache and your heartbreak, you're like, you know what? You think you're going to break my heart? How about I cut out my own heart and I'm going to eat it bite by bite? How about that? How do you like them beans? How do you like that? So I think that even though you're very much high-minded and you have been waiting for some time, you're not afraid to get into the fray, get into the battle. I feel like you have had many battles and that's been seen like through public or people know about this. these battles in your interpersonal relationships. And I feel like these battles could have also bled into other relationships as well. But it's a knee-jerk reaction to the bruising and the pain that you've suffered. So I think that you definitely have like a sassiness to you, because combined right here I have the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands is like, you know what, I've been beat up from the street up, but I can take one more. What I mean, if you're gonna come for me, then you better pack your lunch, you better pack your dinner, and bring all your bros, because we're not leaving until this is done. And once again, it's like, you can't do any more to me, because I mean, I've had my heart broken, and now I will eat my heart, but also I'll eat your heart out. You know, they say you can eat your heart out. It's like, let me do the favor. Let me get the knife and the big pitchfork. Right, Coco? He says yes. The big prong fork, and I will help you eat that heart. But they could, you know, people could be looking at you a little bit in admiration, a little bit in fear, a little bit of excitement. And I think that you're a great mystery to some, and that's quite interesting. I want to get one more card about what they admire about you. Pile number 2. What do they admire about you? So I feel like you have a little bit of a crowd going on, and I don't think you're really quite aware of that. The Six of Hazards, yeah, Six of Pentacles is like, people feel like you kind of tease. You could be seen a little bit as a tease. And the Eight of Wands, so you could be seen as a little bit of a flirt, a little bit of a tease, a little bit of like you like to play with fire. You could be perceived. Don't take it personally, guys. This is just others' perception of what they admire. Is like, you know what, you can dangle kind of the treat right before the zombie, but you're going to get the zombie to do all the work. And you could be perceived as somebody who is like, yeah, I have the wherewithal and I have a lot of things, but I'm going to see who bites and who is willing to put in the work, the elbow grease. And I'm not just going to give in simply because somebody can read me like a love poem or something. It's got to be like, you got to roll up your sleeves and do the hard work for me. Are you willing to do that? They admire that about you. And the next thing is like, I feel like you're really quick. You be quick to answer, quick with your words, quick even to act spontaneously. And yeah, so I feel like you could be really sharp, and you make like sudden movements and people don't expect it. And I don't really feel like this is true, but perception has it that you make sudden movements. I do feel like you are a careful thinker about your actions and things like that, and maybe a little bit of a brawler, not in the traditional sense, right? But because the Nine of Wands right there has been somebody who's been really hurt before, and people admire how you've grown up from this. And with the Eight of Wands, your ability to communicate, your mastery with words, your mastery of being able to just really pull yourself out of situations and appear elevated, even if you're still struggling, that you can really handle yourself quite well. That there's never a question of, hey, are they still doing okay? Or did I leave them broken? Because I feel like you take the victory from people's hands, especially if you've been around people that are like narcissistic or abusive. You're like, you know what? I mean, how much more can you possibly do to me? That hasn't been done. And in fact, you know, not a good trait, not a good characteristic, by the way, but I tend to be an extremist, and I'm like, well, do you want me to do more? Because I can. But yeah. So I feel like you might have a little bit of a defiant nature, a little bit of a spicy nature. And this brings all the boys in the yard. Seven of Hazards. They're like, well, do I have everything that I need? You know, ooh, let me look here. I feel like you bring about like obsessiveness in people as well. They're like, do I have enough to be able to give, to throw in my lot with them, to be able to even approach? Can I really match their energy is what I'm getting. But here it's like, regardless of whether I can or cannot match your energy, I feel like people can rivet on you, get focused on you, and have that devil energy of addiction towards you. So you want to be careful with that. So pile number 2, that is what I have for you. If you like this kind of reading, please do give me a like, share, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you thought about these things, and good for you for admirers. Let me know how that goes. Until next time, namaste. Hi friends, my name is Crystal with Psychicmd. If you missed the intro, and guess what? It's the same if you did not. Haha. So you chose pile number 3, passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. Let's get a little bit of sagey sage going, and we're going to find out exactly who your secret admirer is, and perhaps what they're thinking or what they're feeling, and all that fun stuff. If you're liking these kind of readings, please do give me a like, share, comment, subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss anything that I put out there. And here we go. Pile number 3, what do we have for the secret admirer? I'd like to know a little bit about your secret admirer, or plural. What's going on? This one wants to come out. The Princess of Water. The time, oh, it's mutable. It's Pisces within the next 6 to 9 months during the winter, February 22nd through March 21st. The ruling planet is Neptune, with intuitive, dreamy, artistic, compassionate, sympathetic, perceptive, impressionable, tender, humane, sensitive, and the moon. So this could be somebody who has passion for you but is hiding it. They could be in the creative arts. They could be even, like I heard, teacher, instructor. Not the teacher-student thing going on here, right? They could be into music. They could be into the fine arts, the healing arts as well. The end, mutable. Okay. Beautiful. The end of the season, adept, connected, open-minded, wise, perfecting touch. Editor sees both sides. Chameleon, deceptive, empathetic, changeable. Maybe more information is needed. So this person can dance, okay? And in this instance, I feel like this person can kind of change things up to make things seem like what they are not. So I'd be kind of careful with that, especially coming out with the moon. But we're going to see a little bit more about that. Show me more, a little bit about what's going on here. Secret admirer. House. Home, belonging, roots, comforts, safety, family, traditions, framework, structured buildings, shelter, and boundaries. So I feel like right here, so far, I feel like this is the same person. I'm going to move this over. I feel like this person who is perhaps a Pisces or like a water sign that can have a lot of like these deep emotions and things like that. They could have a home already, or an established house, or a situation. They've set up shop with somebody else, I think. And yet this person can, they can dance. They can dance between the lines. I feel like they could tell you exactly what you want to hear. I almost feel like they can have a double life, and I don't like this energy here. Compass. And I feel like if you were entertaining somebody, if you're texting somebody right now, you're going to start noticing, because you are going to be getting texts late into the night, or at times when, you know, in the wee hours of the morning, or at weird times, or maybe perhaps you're only getting text during the day and nothing in the evening. And that usually indicates somebody's partnered or married. So be aware, friends. Ask me how I know that, huh? Yeah, exactly. So the number 22, compass, true north, discovery, life path, seeking the truth, direction, find your way, know where you're going, make a plan, and explore. So perhaps this is stating that it's time for you to kind of make a plan and state what it is that you want. Other than just being kind of led by other people's passions and desires for you, and waiting for like the one to come and declare, hey, I'm interested in you. That's great too. But maybe perhaps getting on a couple of dating websites, or allowing your friends and family to know that you are actively looking, or you want to change something about your life. And in that case, I would say that's perhaps even seeking a counselor, seeking a mentor, and saying, okay, well, how is this done? And how does this work? And maybe I can get my partner involved in that. And everybody doing their part, right? Come here. Come here. Come here, pretty boy. Come on. The number 13, childhood. Okay. Beginnings, innocent, brand new. This person could be younger than you also. This is a new person, I feel like, younger than you. Creative, spontaneous, carefree, inexperienced, tender, new perspective. Oh, boy. Well, you know, take it for what it's worth. If y'all are younger, then maybe that might work. But this is somebody who is not experienced, and you want somebody honing their skills on you. Just saying. What's up? Okay. So wait. So Scythe, I hope I pronounced that right, because sometimes I don't. Sudden unexpected accident, cut, release, harvesting, liberate, shock, ripping off the band-aid, surprise, a reckoning. So this could be this person that's hidden. I heard hidden in plain sight, but hidden kind of behind the scenes, but not really behind the scenes. And maybe they want to come forward with a little bit of information, ripping off the band-aid. I feel like this person, that's the same person that has some connection that maybe you're not aware of, or you're kind of feeling it intuitively, but you're not totally aware. And for some reason, I feel like they want to pop into the picture and go, hey, surprise. Let's talk this out. Or, hey, I've been kind of watching you and I do have something here, but I don't mind having another girlfriend, or whatever the case may be. So maybe they want you to be part of their triad. I don't know what's going on here. Or they could be polyamorous. So we have whip, arguments, fighting, abusive, tense, painful, overdoing, again, snapped, over and over, kinky sex, anger, and repetitive. Yeah, so I feel like this person is hiding some things here. And then wine, developing over time, flavor, family legacy, good stuff, finesse, alchemy, transformed, ripening, and ages well. I feel like this is this person right here who might be younger than you, or maybe less experienced in love than you. Perhaps something, but make no mistake, both have quite a passion for you. Okay, show me more about who is your secret admirer. Like, I had no idea you're going to be all wild and up in here in this reading, but you know, I guess that happens, right? Who is your secret admirer? I feel like you have like this one person like ready to fight or toss some words about that make you feel a certain way. Okay, the King of Earth, Capricorn, cardinal sign of Earth, timing, within a year during the winter, December the 22nd through January 21st. The ruling planet, that'd be Saturn. Resourceful, disciplined, tenacious, goal-oriented, conservative, realistic, consistent, constant, workhorse, the devil. Oh my, okay. So you could literally have somebody who is looking at you, who's a Capricorn, who is very steady, who's very dependable as far as work goes, who's very, I want to say like riveted on you, but they could also be a little bit like obsessive, because the devil is obsessive energy. Now, for some reason, I placed them right on the house. Again, this person can also have like property, homes, and they could have roots. They could have like family traditions, and they're kind of looking to see if you would fall in line with that for some reason. So let's see. They could also just have their ish together, and they want to see if you do too, or if you would make like a good mate in that way. So we have Cancer on the board. King of Water, the timing within 1 to 3 months during the summer, June 22nd through July 21st. It's a cardinal sign of water. The ruling planet is the moon, gentle, conservative, nurturing, defensive, complex, resist change, self-protective, and feeling with the Chariot. Yeah. So you could have a Cancer right here, and this is another energy. I just saw a little critter in here. What was that? Okay, anyways, but you could have a Cancer who has been observing you as well, who has passion for you. And with the Chariot, I feel like this Cancer is more prone to make moves than the others. This one is going to want to approach with like more romantic, tender, or let's have like a nice romantic dinner. But they're really young. I don't know if that's what you want. This one is approaching with a little bit of feisty energy, and they might have somebody on the side. They might have like some people that you're not aware of, or something going on. Like something isn't totally out in the open, so be aware of that situation. Ask a lot of questions. Take your time. Don't jump in. Don't overcommit, that kind of a thing, because I feel like you need to know everything up front before you make a really clear decision. But make no mistake, I feel like so far these 3 or 4 people already kind of would love to jump on you. Did I say that? The number 11 with focus here. Total transformation, heed the call, renewal, surrender, awakening, rebirth. Clean slate, fundamental changes, clearing and purging with a judgment. And I feel like with the number 11, that to me is always a super lucky number, and how you're going to be able to and able to know which is the right one for you, or what is the right thing. Even if you're looking, maybe you're even partnered and you're not looking, you're just curious, or you just like tarot like I do, and you listen to almost anything that's tarot related. So I feel like with the number 11, it's always like a master number, but it is also a number of stability, especially if you've been seeing like numbers like 11 or 1111, things like that, or even 111 on your clock. This can be, yeah, revealing to you. And I feel like maybe even cleansing your area will help kind of cleanse your mind. Even electronic cleansing, I was deleting a bunch of stuff off of my phone today. That can really be beneficial, clearing up clutter. Now I have to do that. I'm like, my table is for sure cluttered right here. I tend to do readings and push them out of the way and then do something different. So here we are. But that will enable you to make wise choices. Why is this upside down? So we have the Moose, imposing, powerful, independent. I feel like this is your energy. Time alone. Attitude is everything. Calm, cool, and collected. Confident in solidarity. So I feel like, yeah, this is you. This is your energy. And I feel like you could be like calm, cool, collected. And you're viewed as like being very powerful. And I feel like based on that, people want you. They have a genuine passion for you. Not simply just a sexual passion, although that's nice too. But I feel like just a passion for you and your intuitiveness, your being calm and collected. The way that you make your moves, the way you move in life is very, very attractive. Okay. And it goes back to even being graceful, but, being willing to just be alone and kind of do things, you know, as they come. You're not in a rush. You're not trying to run and hook yourself, you know, a boyfriend or girlfriend. You're just trying to, do things as is right, because this moose isn't in a rush to do anything. They're taking their time and they're looking and they're evaluating constantly, and that makes you even more beautiful. So Saturn, the regulator. Oh, accomplishment, duty, responsibility, completion of cycles, governing time and matter, structure, achievement, commitments and boundaries, integration and restriction, the world. Yeah, so I feel like you could be viewed right now as like ending some kind of a cycle. Maybe you've been in a cycle of being alone for a long time, similar to pile number 2, and have had nothing going on. Maybe you've been working on just your own inner confidence, your own chi. Maybe you've been working on your body. Maybe you have been focused on your inner health, your emotional, mental health, and your well-being. And that is all good stuff. And that leads me to the Saturn card, right? Daddy Saturn can be kind of a kick butt energy right here. But this is about structure. And maybe you've been focused on your achievements and your commitments and boundaries. And now it's going to be a time for you to integrate with the world. You have successfully overcome a major challenge in your life. And I feel like here's your glow up. And you have many people to choose from, by the way, if this is a thing that you want to pursue, if love is something that you want to pursue other than just like, you know, admiration, things like that. If a relationship, I should say, is something that you want to pursue, then you definitely can have your pick. What else do we need to know about your secret admirers? Plural. Let's pull a couple of cards because these were specific about this Pisces or this energy that might have someone else around. What's going on with that? Show me a little bit more about their action. Show me now. They want to take a risk with you. They want to come. They could be a little bit like old school, want to take a risk, not caring if the vulture is eyeballing them for food as well. They're like, go ahead and slow down. Put your big picnic basket on the floor in the grass. Slow down. Take a nap in the sun. Take off your hat. Make yourself comfy. I might peck your eyes out. So I feel like that is just, they want to take a chance. They want to come towards you for sure. What else do we have? The Hermit. So this could be, I don't know who the Fool is in the Tarot, who that represents, but the Hermit is definitely Virgo energies. And, okay, so I feel like this person, this Capricorn is one withdraw and evaluate, withdraw and evaluate, watch, withdraw and evaluate, that kind of a thing. How about this? How about Cancer? Cancer characteristics. It doesn't have to be. Okay, follow your intuition. And they're following their intuition as well. They're going to go, let's get a little bit more about that. They're going to make a judgment that might blow your mind, that might blow their mind. They're ready to send a message. So this is a person, right, within like, I don't know, watching what's going on in the war room and ready to fire. So maybe they're ready to fire off a message that might blow your mind. And it could be a message of, yeah, the Knight of Cups, like a message of love, or they want to actually make a move like that. What about this younger energy, please? Show me what I need to see for pile 3. What do we have for the, let's go. The Sun. So this person, you have a lot of good cards here. You have a lot of good cards. You have a lot of good options. So I think that, you know, as long as you're being true to yourself, you know that you've had a cycle that you're completing or ending, you're victorious in it. Whatever that cycle was, it just means that not only did you complete it, but also it's no longer working for you. So I feel like you're making a decision, and you will be making decisions based on what works for you. Now, if you notice on this card right here, we have all the zombies up on top, and they're just, I could hear them growing like, and by the way, if you don't know this, you should know, because look at how beat up from the street up these cards are. This is probably my all-time favorite deck, and I've been using them for a little while right now, and they're a little bit embarrassing, but that's okay. So I could hear the zombies like in my brain, just, okay, but the sun is coming up, and I feel like this helicopter is right here, like to the rescue, seeing is there anyone alive? Is it worth us landing? Can we throw a rope? Can we do a rescue? Can we just take off? And I feel like either these people already took off from the landing strip and they're looking for people that are alive or whatnot, but the sun is coming up and they have full view of everything, presumably, right? So the skies that are dark, they are lifting. So maybe you've been in the dark about this younger energy, and that darkness is lifting because you're gaining clarity. Clarity is always a great thing. What else do we need to know? The Two of Hazards, which would be the Two of Pentacles, okay? So you might find yourself in a situation where you're attracted to two, and you do your energy, right? That's all about you. But I'm going to say, you know, this... I get so many mixed feelings because it brings back a lot of, I think, nostalgia from way back when, right? Those old movies that we were shown in school, y'all don't know now because everything is in color and it's just different. But we were shown a lot of these old things and all these professors and how they're curing this and how they're taking, you know, the government's taking care of us and all this stuff, which was a bunch of BS, by the way. Anyways, I digress. But here, so this person is on a leash, essentially, and the scientist is just as happy as can be, and they're just like, we're just going to study this bro right here who can't really defend themselves, and they have no legs, but they're going to be walking. So basically, you could be juggling between two different people, two different ideas, two different ideals as well, and time is a ticking. So I feel like this could even stand for the four suitors right here, and each one might have their own time. You might give it a little bit of attention. This can look like many different ways. You could decide that, yeah, you're going to text, or you're going to date, you know, or entertain, you know, one or two, or let's say go out on a date and see how that goes and get a real read. It's like, what's behind that door? I feel like there's something you're not telling me, that kind of a thing. And then you're going to look and say, well, I'm feeling like this is really young energy. Is this really like an equitable kind of exchange in energy? Is this something that I can see for long term? Am I looking for long term? Anything like that. So then you could be looking at, you know, just having fun. I mean, there's so many different variables right here, but I feel ultimately you are, you've learned your lessons and you're not about to repeat them. So if anything smells of the past, if anything smells like, okay, this, you know, I've transformed and I've done my time. Am I going to entertain it again? The answer is no, you're not going to entertain it again. Show me what I need to see. Okay, let's find out more about passion, because this word is like stark right here, right? So outside of physical passion, right, emotional passion, what do you, pile number 3, this is a little bit of a slant I wasn't expecting, but what are you passionate about? And I got a jumper. Look. Pile number 3, ain't nobody messing with you. Ain't nobody messing with you. Pile 3, you're about structure. You're about building. You are about things, make it make sense. You're about defending the ones that you love, taking care of things, taking care of business, your responsibilities, being very pragmatic in how you handle situations. You're not going to allow scallywags to want to rip down the door and kind of like mess up your hair to take up your time. I feel like that's not something that you are going to really entertain. With the Emperor, I feel like you want somebody who is as in control of themselves as you are in control of yourself. You've learned many, many lessons. And again, you've attended many graduations, right? And yeah. So, last card for you. Pile 3, middle of the season. This is fixed, the middle. Middle of the season, purpose-driven, secure, confident, gets it done, stubborn, bold, brave, reliable, conservative, count on it, no reflex. No, now is not the time. Yeah, and I feel like you're very, and again, I feel like you might have a tie to pile number 2. But you are choosing to walk the middle ground, and I feel like you're going to be very, very balanced. And whatever adds to this Emperor energy, this balance, this maybe even protector. Maybe this is stating that if you're a protector, you want someone who is equally as protective with their energy and with their loved ones and the ones that they date as you are. So if, you know, for example, this younger person, they might be able to be protective, but they're still undergoing a lot of lessons. They're still very young. Can they match that energy? And I think that these are things that you're going to be thinking about, you know, for long-term success. I don't think you're going to waste time on things that don't appear to have longevity. Excuse me. So that is what I have for you. If you're liking this kind of reading, please do give me a like, share, comment, subscribe. Much love to you. Until next time, namaste.